Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Elite Collection 106 Sami Zayn figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks really good, and really I think it's mostly a formula we have seen for Sami for his last two elites, as far as I'm aware. So we get the the cargo pants with all that sculpt. Actually, it might be new because I've been having some issues actually getting the articulation to work. We'll focus on that a little bit more later, but yeah, so these folds up here kind of seem to get in the way. But other than that, like they look great. They definitely look like the cargos he wears. As you can see, Sami with Zayn in really nice silver print here over Uso. We get this little patch over here. There we go. Then we get the boots, the black boots with the white trim, which always looked very, very nice. I always like that look. So that's really cool. And then again, I think the torso and the arms are pretty much what we've seen before on Sami figures. And then we get a little bit more of a serious Sami face, just kind of a kind of neutral. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit of paint splatter here, but that's just going to be a little bit of nail polish remover is going to get rid of that, just acetone or whatever. But other than that, like, fantastic face scan, like looks exactly like him. I think they did a great job on the hair here. So there's all of that, and yeah, just overall really cool looking figure. Pretty bare bones when it comes to accessories, but nevertheless, there we go. Let's take a look. So for hands, right out of the box, we do get a pair of fists. Then we get a pair of our requisite C-grips. And then finally, we get the Sami Zayn, like, crossing out the Uso shirt. It's a really cool way to capture that point in time. And this is just the t-shirt we've seen time and time again with the Velcro on the back. So that will do it for accessories. Articulation, balance here are great. As you can see, we are holding our freestanding kicks, and getting into the finer points, we do have our barbell from the body into the head, and we get a little bit of up, but we're definitely going to run into that head sculpt. We get better down, especially even with the beard, though we are pushing back from the hair in the front. We get some nice tilt. We get rotation, of course. Then we get hinge and swivel at the shoulders, bring out to perfect T. We do get bicep swivel, double jointed elbows all the way in half. Then we get hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. We get our standard ab crunch, and we've seen this torso before in a number of figures, so we get about that far forward and a tiny bit of arch back. So not bad, definitely better forward than back. We do get waist swivel for our hips. Our front kick is actually full 90, so that's beautiful. Right there for our splits, not so much. I mean, not that Sami's doing a ton of splits, but I mean, still, we're definitely running into the sculpt of the pants right here. I'm trying to see if I can get that to show up. But there's definitely this ridge here, this fold that just runs right into the hip, and you can even see it happening. And that's on both sides. So yeah, you're gonna run into that. We do get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, which are bringing us to there. We get boot swivel, and then we get perfect point, some really nice forward, and we get rocker both in and out. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other WWE figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with unarticulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the WWE Elite 106 Sami Zayn figure from Mattel is that this is a really solid figure. Again, it's a lot of what we had seen from Sami's past two elites, and I believe it's a new face sculpt. I could be wrong there. I'm not really good with kind of the formulas and what's been reused and etc., especially because I'm still relatively new to getting into wrestling figures. But again, if you love Sami, and who doesn't, absolutely worth picking up. Yeah, and it's this wave has been popping up on shelves and Targets, and I think Walmart's as well. I found this on a peg in a Target. Finding the rest of this wave has been really difficult for some reason, so there's that. But hopefully it's available on a couple online sources as well. And if that's the case, I will have a link or two in the description below for you to pick one up if you are so inclined. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, I hope to see you back again, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. Any of that appeals to you, go on back. Let's have a time. Let's just look at some nice plastic and forget the world for a while. But at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. Hope that all of your toy dreams come true. And most importantly, hope that you and yours stay where it's simians.